Alright, my friends, welcome back to some more Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Fair warning, right off the rip, I got some nasally stuff going on. I'm a little stuffy, but the show must go on, right? I've been itching to get back into this game because we have made it to this all-new area. As you can see, we have to go talk to Lord Pisak in the banquet hall. So when fleeing from Trotsky, we managed to discover that Burgo was headed with Sir Hans Capon to somewhere around Kuttenberg. Fortunately, a certain Heineck of Kunstad, known as the Dry Devil, is holed up in Kuttenberg region. He could help us rescue Sir Hans. His base is Suchdol Fortress, which belonged to Lord Peter of Pisak. And that's where we have headed. So we're here. We're wounded, dirty, tired. We have arrived. So instead of the Dry Devil, we met Margrave Jobbst, who invited us to rest at his fort. I'm hungry as a wolf. All right, here we go. So let's go talk to Lord Pisak in the banquet hall. We're going to get us some food, I can imagine, and start to rest a little bit. So guys, I'm excited. Like I said, did I mention that I'm excited? Did I mention that I have, oh yeah, and I'm excited and I have this nasally junk going on, bro. So there may be times where I have to mute my mic and sneeze, but like I said, the show must go on. The game must continue because it's too good to not. Here we go. Let's get in here. Hello, sir.
Eat whatever takes your fancy, my friends.
All right.
You look like you've had a hard journey.
The journey wasn't so bad, especially compared to what came before it.
Where are you coming from, anyway?
From Trotsky.
That's Sir Otto von Burgo's domain.
Yep.
What were you doing there, pray tell?
We were in a castle cellar, talking to an old acquaintance.
My God, how did that happen?
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Suchdol of Lamberg, same as Dry Devil, and I had a job to do around Trotsky, if you get my meaning.
Absolutely. But it wasn't much of a success, was it?
Actually, it was pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well, more like a small stronghold.
And we nearly got von Berghoff, too.
And what prevented you from completing that righteous deed?
Actually, it's a little bit my fault.
What are you saying, boy?
Oh no, should I
Me
say
and my
that?
lords were sent to negotiate an alliance with von Berghoff. But that snake was using us the whole time to do his dirty work. He pretended he was willing to cross over to the side of Wenceslas. But instead, he sent us to fight against the king's allies.
And if that wasn't enough, von Orlitz and the Prague militia joined with him.
But why would the Praguers send forces to Trotsky?
But they didn't, sir. They weren't sent to Trotsky, but here. They just stopped off to visit von Berghoff because he was in a tight situation, and they took him along with them.
Here? To my fortress? Christ almighty.
Not just here, but everywhere where King Wenceslas still has supporters.
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. We came to warn you. It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off the rebellion while he still has time. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Berghoff and von Orlitz in the lead. It's just a matter of time before the battles begin.
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the guard and drill the troops. But I'm grateful to you, friends. Wait here. I'll have the best wine I have brought to you. Bring that red from Burgundy right away.
You might want to save some for Jobst.
I'll gladly risk his displeasure for this occasion.
It seems we both have the same opinion of Jobst, eh?
Well, that is, I wouldn't dream of disrespecting the Margrave. Where do you know him from?
I don't really know him as such. We merely know each other due to my original trade.
Yes, I've heard of you. They say you used to be, well...
Yes, a bandit. It's no secret, sir. King Wenceslas even put a price on my head once. And Catherine here, she...
I'm sure that's of no interest to the noble gentleman. And anyway, if anyone knows Jobst well, it's Henry here. You two are quite on friendly terms, aren't you?
We only met once.
Well, we only met once, in fact. When he came to see Lord Hanush in Rattay.
Anyway, we're straying a little from the point. As I said, one of the reasons we came here is to warn you. And the other reason goes by the name of Hinek, the Dry Devil. Where is he?
Well, he was here for a while, at my invitation.
Was here? So he's gone?
Where did he go?
I couldn't say. He didn't part quite on the best of terms.
That's quite normal for him. Don't take it to heart, sir.
I had no issue with him. It's more about Margrave Jobst. When he met Hinek, he was somewhat disturbed.
Disturbed?
I gotta ask why.
Why?
Well, let's say, after an exchange of opinions, they agreed it would be best if they saw as little of each other as possible. I'm sure if you're interested in the details, the Margrave will explain it to you himself.
I'd be very surprised.
What was the Dry Devil doing here? What is Jobst even doing here? What do you think of the situation?
What was Dry Devil doing here, anyway?
Waging war, if you can call it that. He ambushed 3 of Sigismund's supply caravans and a troop of Cumans in these parts alone. It made me a little nervous. If anyone found out he was hiding out here, in the end, it was Jobst himself who sorted it out. He told Hinek he had to stop because he was interfering with his plans.
What do you think about all of this, sir? Sigismund, Wenceslas, Jobst?
What kind of question is that? Do
What do
you
you
doubt
mean?
my loyalty to our king?
No, that's not how I meant it.
No.
Henry here sometimes forgets to weigh his words, sir.
That's
No
all
doubt.
right. To be frank, we all know that King Wenceslas isn't the great man his father Charles was. But that is the way of the world. History is full of kings who didn't know how to wear the crown. The blood running in their veins is more important than what's in their heads. He's not a capable ruler. What of it? In my opinion, kingship is above all a guarantee of divine peace. A sovereign's greatest asset is his legitimacy.
But what if the sovereign is truly bad? If he's mad, say.
I'll put it this way. Nobody lives forever, lad.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right, sir?
So, what about us? What do we do
Should have
now?
asked about Jobst.
The Margrave will certainly want to talk to you. But the earliest he'll be back at the fortress will be tomorrow. I hope until then, you won't refuse my offer of a bed for the night.
Just an offer. So you'd let us leave if we wanted to.
Well, the Margrave did ask me to look after you until he returns, for the sake of security.
Whose security?
Good question. Yours, I expect.
So be it. I couldn't take another step anyway.
Sir, there's still one more thing we came for. Lord von Bergov is holding my lord, Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, hostage. And we also have to warn Jobst's ally, John of Liechtenstein. Do you know anything about those two?
Sorry, I don't. I didn't even know von Bergau had come here until you told me. And I've heard nothing about Lord Liechtenstein.
Which is actually good news. If he'd been caught and executed, the word would be all over the region. So there's a strong hope he's alive.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Lord Pisek.
It's the least I could do, lad. My fortress is open to all the king's supporters, even if that does make it a bit crammed.
I suppose I ought to get to bed. Where can I sleep, sir?
I had some chambers prepared for all of you. Yours is right here in the palace. Cross that corridor and go up the stairs. You can't miss it. There's a garland above the door. But first, eat your fill. All of you.
Oh, you got it.
And
I'm
maybe...
starving.
Maybe you'd like to bathe before going to bed. I
yeah.
told my servant Susanna to prepare baths for you. The baths are in the little house in the courtyard, right next to the well.
Cool. hungry, bro.
I should eat something.
Oh, I ate that bread. What about here? Got some chicken. Some cheese. The roasted chicken. Give me that roasted chicken, bro. Roasted chicken leg. Oh, that one's drop. Nope, no. I can put that. I can give that to I can give that to Mutt. All right, cheese. Oh yeah, feeling better now. What else we got? More cheese. Full. I'm full now. Here we go. All right. It said to have a bath and go get some sleep. All right, let's go have a bath first. We need to go down here. Hey, Mutt. There you are, buddy.
What is it, you scoundrel?
What? Scoundrel.
Lord Pisek said we could have a bath here?
Yes, sir. I prepared the hot water and fragrant oils myself. And I'll wash your clothes as well.
Wow, nice.
Thank you.
You needn't thank me, sir. And now, if you'll allow me, I'll help you undress.
What?
Kind master, eh, doggy?
Oh boy, nice.
I went back to the garden the other day, and that dog of yours was going mad, barking and
All right,
growling
now we are good with the bath. Now we can go and get some
at
sleep.
me like I was a stranger. You never used to be like that.
I know.
Got our bellies full. We are clean. It is time to snooze a little bit. Probably just shouldn't have went up here. So I've got to go over there. So let me go back down. Excuse me, what?
Aye, come here.
Got to get up in there again. Let's see.
You should get another topping. Everyone needs something to cheer
Up we go. Okay. Shut the door. Wait, this is not even my spot. Nope, I gotta go up even. I gotta go up another level here. Gotta find some more steps somewhere. Here. Yep, here we go. And bingo. Yeah. Here we go. Sleep and save, baby. Oh, wait. Let's check out my room first. Hey, look, man. We got some cool stuff here. Didn't mean to transfer all items. Well, do I have a chest in here? Let's go. We need to drop this in. Yeah, put that in there. I'm never going to use that shield. Let's put this in there. I'm not even going to use any of these, honestly. Look, there's the pistol. I might use that some. I forgot I forgot I even had that pistol, to be honest with you guys. So it's probably going to be hard to use that when I don't even remember that I have it. I like that, man. Long gamison. All these herbs, man. That's enough. That's enough just to free me up. Alright. Inaccessible action. What? Oh, here we go. Sleeping safe. Making me sleep the full 8 hours, aren't we? Let's go. Or longer than that, it seemed like. All the way to 8 in the morning. Let's go. Uh-oh. Cutscene. Spooky dream time. Henry's tripping again. Oh. Oh.
So you got your revenge?
That dad? Yeah.
Father, did it make you feel any better? It did. So what comes next? Mark von Aulitz is next. Then von Burkov. And is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened. It's what I want. Are you sure, Henry?
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you?
Sure.
I don't know. I think I saw her with our captain.
Oh, very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast. In case you're hungry. Oh, have I been too bold?
No, definitely not. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
I'm not a nobleman. You don't have to stand on ceremony with me.
I do, since you're a guest of the Margrave, sir. May I leave?
That is... yes, of course.
Thank you, sir.
Wow. Alright, fine. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Up we go. And sword and Quill. Fine. Let's get down to the courtyard where he is going to be, she said. I guess we can probably just follow her down. Hey, she's a little bouncy. Boing, 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 boing. Excuse me? Let's get around her. Really? Oh, here we go.
Never saw that coming.
Howdy, sir. Excuse me, coming through. Alright, where's he at?
Meine Dame, we aren't idle here. My man trained like that every...
Lo, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as mein Großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison. And mine is one of the best in... What do you say, lad?
I have to admit, the soldiers here look pretty fearsome. Wouldn't want to come up against them in battle.
I get the feeling you'd run instead of facing them there.
Leave him be, meine Dame.
Why did you come here anyway, Henry?
I have to find Zizka. The Margrave is expecting us.
You should get a move on. You don't want to keep... I saw Zizka next to the stables.
Next to the stables. All right, here we go. Oh, there he is right there.
And this scar. It's strange, crooked, like a letter from a fancy book.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
The same.
Not so great. I'm feeling pretty battered.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ah, don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing, and you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Very well. Are you expecting trouble?
Are you expecting trouble?
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
Should I really go and see Jobst on my own? He's the Margrave, though.
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Ratai. I only know what I've heard about him.
Well, all right,
fair
but
enough.
he sent for us both. How's it going to look?
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit. The less time I spend with a Margrave in one room, the better.
All right, then. What about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him where he was going, but it seems they're hoping it's as far away as possible.
Okay.
I'm not surprised. If I know him, he wasn't the ideal guest.
At least Jobst might know where he is.
He might. To be honest, that's the only reason for talking to him.
I'll be going then.
All right, cool. Go to the banquet hall for the audience, and let's see. All right, let's see. Cool. All right, let's go. Oh, excuse me, Captain. Oh boy. I'm confused. That should have been the banquet hall, right? Oh, here we go. This is it. For sure.
Henry. Where's Captain
Yes?
Zizka?
He got held up.
Zizka.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
Well,
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course, he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Ratai, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
An unexpected guest?
Yes, of course, I've heard of Zhishka before, and of his unconventional ways of supporting our king. But I don't know where you know him from.
We met outside Trotsky, in rather complicated circumstances. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zhishka orders? Do you know?
Oh no, I don't know.
I think it's some Jan Sokol of Lamberg?
That would make sense. He was always quite pig-headed.
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, has many supporters, and each of them has their own ideas about how to defend him.
Okay.
I understand. It seems complicated.
On the contrary, it's all quite simple. If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, give them their fill of wine and venison, they'd come to an agreement on the spot. Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching. What in God's name did you and Sir Hans get up to?
Instead of messengers, they thought we were beggars. Yeah. Nothing much having play it down. Yeah.
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive.
No doubt.
But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Berghoff refused to aid a nobleman in need.
Yep.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a noble. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods.
That's true.
So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
That's true.
That must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
You can't even imagine it, Your Grace.
I certainly cannot, in truth. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
No.
Well, you should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Berghoff.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was causing havoc around Ratai.
Ah, yes.
Might as well let him know everything.
Mentioned some such person. They even foolishly let him go.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening that some people still have such naive ideas about the world.
Yeah.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk.
Isn't Zhishka a bandit too, though?
Zhishka is loyal to Wenceslas.
Yeah.
So he's no bandit or cutthroat, but a faithful servant of our king. But let's move on.
That's all that happens.
Yes, everything.
My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent. So every piece of information I get now is precious. By the way, you said you were in von Berghoff's dungeon.
Yes.
And I can imagine how they treated you there.
Oh, it was terrible.
Tell me.
Well, they asked questions, yes. But I was counting on that and prepared myself for it.
How did you prepare yourself?
I just thought something up.
Henry, what exactly did you tell them?
Uh-oh.
What you might consider to be a minor detail might be something of utmost importance.
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
But you said you had time to think. So how was it then?
Well,
I've had better liars than you fail to trick me. So tell me, what came out of those loose lips of yours?
Ruh-roh.
although it wasn't me who told him, von Berghoff did get certain information.
What information?
About Liechtenstein. That he's in Kuttenberg. And what he's doing there. I'm really sorry, sir, but... well, they tortured us.
That is truly unfortunate. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's too much to expect anyone to hold their tongue under torture.
But Lord Liechtenstein... what if they killed him because of us?
John went straight into the lion's den. He knew the risks. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
What? Go home? I can't. I have to rescue Sir Hans. I made a promise I'd protect him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Berghoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother!
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
Okay, wow. Well.
I get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression.
No.
Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
No doubt.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information.
Yep.
Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go.
Henry, you have no... You're holding no leash. No reins on that horse. And you have no saddle. And now I am on... Oh, there I am. Alright guys, so...
What is your plan anyway?
That was weird. So this is going to wrap this one up. This was nothing but dialogue the entire time, and I apologize for that, but that's the way this game goes from time to time. This is one of those episodes where you just had to sit back, relax, listen to a bunch of dialogue. It is what it is. We got through it. Now we're going to press on. Stay tuned, guys. Hopefully, maybe put out another video this day. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. If so, we'll see you later on. If not, I'll see you back another day. Thank you guys. Be blessed, and I'll see you next time.